It is November 16th, and the Los Angeles Lakers are already dead. Ooh, welcome in to the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave us a five-star review. I'm Shane Diefenbach, joined as always by Johnny Venerable. Johnny, what was that blue light that just flicked up?
The aliens have come for me.
Oh, no.
That's me trying to get my ring light settled so I look as perfect as I can for all of our viewers out there. I got the flow going. I got my dirty trash November beard going. Shane is back after a 2-day hiatus doing God knows what. I took an L yesterday to Sean. I just need to reset my parameters here on my show, on this show, and get back to my winning ways. And I'm glad to have you back. Let's see what you can do today, my friend.
Yeah, I'm excited for the slate today. Pretty loaded slate in terms of the NBA and college basketball. I really only like one college basketball play, and they're going to be my team this year. I can already tell. They're just long and athletic, and we'll get to that in a bit. But let's talk a little bit about Anthony Davis. Lots of rumors about him being traded. The Suns have been mentioned as a target destination where the Lakers would probably get some combination of Crowder or Ayton and firsts or pick swaps. I don't want that. I really don't want that. And I don't think the Suns would do that, but we'll see. Johnny, just your reaction to what the Lakers have done thus far.
Well, the season was over before it began because they didn't improve their team. They couldn't. They've got Russell Westbrook under contract.
Or Russell Wilson. It honestly wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they're basically the same person now, aren't they? Tanking teams. Anthony Davis, to me, is fool's gold. He only won a championship because they took 2 months off because of the pandemic and then got healthy and played in a bubble. And since then, he came into the following season out of shape. He's not a winning player. I would rather have DeAndre Ayton, who at least I can count on physically to be there. Is DeAndre Ayton as talented as Anthony Davis? No. There's probably like two players out that are more talented than Anthony Davis in the entire NBA. But that's not everything. And so I would venture to say that the Lakers have put themselves in an impossible situation where you're not going to make LeBron happy. LeBron's not going to publicly come out and say, and LeBron is the default GM, let's trade Anthony Davis, who's also represented by, is it Rock Nation or the same group? I can never remember what Chris or Rich Paul and company, Rock Nation, Clutch Sports. That's it. So there is no trade. I think unless you're going to trade LeBron, who is also untradeable, there's no trade that makes this work. And I think LeBron and company will sell you on the fact that we can get into the playoffs as a 7th or an 8th seed. We can get into the, we don't care about seeding. There's still plenty left of the NBA season to play. But it comes down to LeBron has played so many minutes in his career, and now he's an old man. And it's like, is it really fair to him to have to play, 90+% of the minutes every night to carry this terrible team? And Anthony Davis, sure, he's having a nice start to the season. The team that trades for him and gives up valuable assets, they're foolish, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think there's only one that I've liked that I've seen, and it's Anthony Davis to the Toronto Raptors. They'd give up some really good core pieces. Like, I don't think they'd get away with
Does he have a no trade clause though?
Yeah, but I don't really. I don't know if he does. But even if he does, I don't know if he's in a position to really want to say no to go to Toronto. It would probably be Achua and OG Anunoby, so they can keep the Rookie of the Year and Scotty Barnes, who's been asked to start the year. I might say I've bet on him a couple times. And then I also see, obviously, all the AD for KD stuff. The Nets just got blown out by 50 points or so to the Kings. It's amazing. So we'll keep an eye on all of this and what it's going to do to the odds. I don't know how much, if any of this is shifting. The futures, let me go ahead and take a look. You can get the Los Angeles Lakers to win the NBA title.
Oh God!
At plus 7,000 right now.
They're afraid of LeBron. It was foolish to re-sign LeBron when they did. They should have said, "Thank you, LeBron, for our championship. We're going to rebuild. We're going to trade AD for assets. Go and if you're looking for additional titles, go and play elsewhere." But the fact that their answer was run it back, and they couldn't. They wanted to deal Russell Westbrook for Kyrie Irving. And then that blew up in their face because Kyrie is a disaster on and off the court. That is the only move that can That's the only way I think that this works out is if they can get Kyrie, he gets his act together, and the three of them play harmonious basketball. But again, like the Lakers roster, look at it. It's like G League level players or whatever that league's called now. D League, G League
The
level players.
Ignite.
It's one of the worst rosters. They're the LA Rams of the NBA. The roster is top
Mortgage
heavy.
their future.
Yep, guys are getting hurt. They won a title just like the Rams. And they're both coincidentally in Los Angeles. But now it's time to just, hey, and by the way, they traded away premium picks or players for Anthony Davis, like Brandon Ingram, who is a phenomenal young talent. So you got to blow it up and start over. And I think they waited a year too late. And I would venture to say Anthony Davis will be viewed as a diminishing player by the end of the year. I don't think this is sustainable for him. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of movement. I think. I don't know if he ends up getting traded. I don't think he does. I think they do eventually turn it around, but to what extent? I don't know. They're 3-10 right now. Maybe they're fighting for a play, and we'll see. Teams like the Trailblazers and the Jazz have to cool down at some point, who are atop of the Western Conference. It just doesn't make sense right now. But that's why we love to bet on it. And if you want to bet on it, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use that promo code PHNX, because when you do, you can bet $5 on whoever the Lakers are playing, get $200 in free bets if that team wins, or any other NBA team. $5 bet gets you $200 in free bets. It's just that simple. And you use that promo code PHNX. Plus, steps up same game parlays. How many times I got to say it? Use them. We got kind of a fun Thursday night football game, Johnny. The Titans are playing. Who are they playing? Somebody fun.
The Green Bay Packers.
The Packers. I'm excited for this game. I think it's going to be a good one.
A really good one because Packers are a little bit back, fighting for their life. We'll see if Christian Watson can continue his really nice performance, 3 touchdowns against Dallas. Tennessee, to me, is one of the best coached franchises of the last half decade. They do more with less than any team. And I love their culture. I wish it was here in Arizona. Malik Willis, I thought was going to be a star. He looks like very much like a backup, like everybody else in the NFL thought when they took him. Only the Tennessee Titans could subtract, I don't know, Julio Jones and A.J. Brown and still be in the mix with Ryan Tannehill, who looks like he's turned a corner and back to, probably being about done as a franchise quarterback. They lose Harold Landry, their top pass rusher. Very impressive by Tennessee all around. Yeah,
I mean, the pass rush thing, I know we're just talking about football now, but the pass rush thing is so weird to me because they get home with 4 all the time. That defense is fun. And that game is going to be –
Vrabel's elite. He's elite. Yeah,
that game is going to be a ton of fun to watch and to also bet on. You could use a stepped-up game, same game parlay feature there to get 100% up or 100% profit boost when you combine 10 legs or more, or you can do it in the NBA, whatever you like. Just use that promo code PHNX when you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. A minimum age and eligibility restrictions do apply, and see those show notes for more details. All right, Johnny, loaded slate today. What you got? What are your 4 favorites?
I like a lot of NBA tonight. This is my most robust NBA slate that I like. Are the Suns going to be bad forever? No, they're in a little bit of a rut. I think they get out of it. And what a stamp tonight to beat the Warriors in I think dominant fashion. Not only do I like the Suns +1, I like them to win outright. Obviously, I like their money line, and I like them to take care of business at home. They already beat the Warriors back in October at home. I think they keep that going. Warriors 6-8. They screw around too. They get it figured out. These games mean more to the Suns in the regular season. Clearly, they don't mean much to the Warriors until, I don't know, April, May, June, July. And then you mentioned the Nuggets are going to cool down. It's going to happen tonight. The Knicks are finally going to get over 500. I like the Knicks +3. I also like their money line if you're feeling frisky, but 7-7, I think, en route to 8-7. The Mavericks, to me, are playing some really good basketball. The Rockets are terrible. They're going to blow them out in Dallas. Don't overthink that one. Also, don't overthink the Bucks taking on conference rival Cleveland. I think Milwaukee right now is probably the most impressive team I've watched this year. I think they will return to the NBA Finals. I would love to see them matched up with Phoenix again and/or Golden State. I think last year a little bit of an NBA championship hangover. What's up, Rage? Thank you for watching. But I'm all in on Giannis and company. I think Boston takes a step back. Milwaukee's too physical this year.
Yeah, I'm going to overthink it a little bit, and I'm taking the Cleveland Cavaliers and their money line tonight. Give me Donovan Mitchell and the boys at plus money. A little sprinkle here and there. I agree with you, Johnny. I think the Bucks are very impressive, but the Cavs are just so young. I love what they're
Donovan
building
Mitchell's
there.
averaging like 32 points per game. Dude's
Yeah,
legit.
And coming off the heels of a Darius Garland 51-point performance, like that team is just a wagon. This is going to be setting up for a very good rivalry for years to come, I think. The Cavs just are building something special there. So love their money line at plus 145. Also like the Suns. You can get them at plus money or even money at plus 100 right now on the DraftKings Sportsbook Guide money line. But I always advise if they're 1 or 2 point dogs and you get like a minus 110 to a plus 100, you always take the points. If Steph Curry hits a full court buzzer beater 3 and they lose by 1 point, it's a push. You can get your money back. I always do that. So I'm taking the Suns plus 1. No Chris Paul probably tonight, but there's a lot of props you can take advantage of, and I know Johnny has one that I like, and I have one that I like as well. I also like the Washington Wizards today. Kind of gross, but they're at home against Oklahoma City Thunder. Another guy that's been averaging like 32 points a game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been a dog, and I think he scores a ton of points tonight, but I don't think they win this game. I think the Wizards cover pretty easily. And then my favorite college basketball team this year, I don't think it's even close, Arkansas. Mr. Eric Musselman building something great at Arkansas. I think they're going to be a Final Four team at least. Younger team. They were a defensive juggernaut last year, pushed the ball with a lot of pace. They got South Dakota State today. This year, they're a lot more offensively talented, and I think they're going to blow a lot of people out. So I love the Razorbacks minus 15 tonight. Love it, love it, love it.
Muscle Man is his coach. Muscle Man is I am. And let's take a look at my props producer, Jacob. Devin Booker heard it over 27.5 points. Bank it minus 115. It might be minus 150 by the time of tip off tonight. Get it while you can. And I'm going to tell you right now, Karl Anthony Towns, I'm into him. I'm back on the bandwagon, Shan. I know everybody hates him. Over 8.5 rebounds tonight for equally physical Minnesota. To me, give me Karl Anthony Towns over Anthony Davis. That's my opinion. It's probably wrong, but I like Karl Anthony Towns.
Those are two of my least favorite players in the NBA. Couldn't be asked to decide on that one. I like Booker to go over points, but I also like the big man, Mr. DeAndre Ayton, to eat tonight. Give me his over 15.5 points. Love it so much. Low total. The man needs to turn it around soon. I think he does. I don't think he listens to anybody anymore.
Saul's off the bandwagon. Did you know that?
I know. I don't think he listens to the critics anymore. The player efficiency rating is down. He's not a double-double machine anymore. I think he asserts his dominance tonight against a Warriors team that is super thin inside. They just sent James Wiseman back down to the G League, so love that. Taking us over on 15.5 points. I also like Clint Capella tonight. The Hawks are a fun team to watch this year. They got a really, really fun game tonight against the Celtics at home. Another team that doesn't really have a great interior defender. They have big guys. They have fat guys like Grant Williams, but Clint Capella is just too tall, too dominant. Give me his over on 22.5 points and rebounds. And then Mr. Donovan Mitchell talked about him. The man just keeps scoring. He keeps putting that biscuit in the basket. And I'm taking 26.5 points or 26.5 biscuits over at minus 125. I love that. I think that's going to be a very fun game. Competitive down to the wire. Donovan Mitchell's going to need to score a ton of points, and look out for some Darius Garland assists as well.
Is Zion in the gym? Do you know?
Zion was in street clothes last night, as I saw.
He's been in the gym. You know
Which
what gym I'm talking about. What gym I'm talking about with the golden arches.
Yeah, the McDonald's jungle gym.
Yeah, the play place, the McDonald's play place for Zion.
All right. Sponsored by Zion Williamson and the Big Mac. We are out of here. Thank you so much. That's not a sponsor. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we're here every Monday through Friday at noon on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. Johnny, anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah, 2 shows tonight. You guys are so effing lucky. PHNX Cardinals live today, 4 p.m. Myself, Bo Brock. What the hell's going on with Kyler Murray? Colt McCoy, can he lead them? Should he lead them? Hollywood Brown designated to return off injured reserve. You absolutely love to see it. And then PHNX Cardinals After Dark tonight at 9 p.m. We're going to recap Hard Knocks, premium cable television. It's not TV. It's HBO. It's not a head coach. It's Cliff Kingsbury tonight.
Oh, you're hot with these one-liners today, Johnny. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deeb. You can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Benner. We'll follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. We're here every Monday through Friday, as I said. Follow PHNX_sports across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We'll be back tomorrow. But until then, peace, love, and Anthony Day to Davis.